York, you can hear me, right? I'll be with you soon. I'm not sad. Honestly, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
It's all I think about lately. I mean, we'll be together again. We'll get to discuss movies, food again. Everyone around here has bad taste. They don't understand things the way we do. It's a shitty world filled with shitty people. Oh, that reminds me. There are movie theaters and restaurants over there, right? As soon as I get there, let's go grab some peanut butter hamburgers and yogurt smoothies. I'm so excited, York.
So hype. Welcome back to Deadliest Premonition 2, everyone. And welcome back to 2019, or we're about to be. Just figured I'd pick it right back up where this episode 2 begins.
Please, York, don't rush me. You just need to wait a bit longer. I still have one job left to do. I need to finish it. I have to. Or else I'd never be able to face you. Just give me a little more time, okay?
Okie day. Right, that was our first time getting to see the fairy in his head, actually, also. Anyway, like I said, back to 2019. Back to the interrogation. Suburb of the Boston, Massachusetts, in Thompsonville.
So, Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson, confessed to murdering Lise.
I wouldn't say she confessed, but, you know, it happened.
But then immediately afterwards, she went insane. So you had no choice but to detain her. What a terribly convenient story. You were the first person to find the suspect hiding at a farm on the edge of town. And you even got her to confess to the crime, right then and there. Did anyone else get a chance to hear Galena's confession?
Only us.
How did you even find that shack in the first place?
I had a deadly premonition. It's how we always do it.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
Meta what?
Meta who to what now?
Should I know this word?
Shut the fuck up.
Metaphysical offender profiling. The term appears 6 times in the Le Carre report and 14 times in the 2010 Greenvale report. As long as you're solving cases, the people in charge don't really care what sort of words you use. But we're different.
Who's we? Thought you're also FBI.
You utilized a highly abnormal method to instantly hone in on a suspect. Then you did it again and again.
And
every time you used it, one term kept appearing in your files. Metaphysical offender profiling. Mr. Morgan, would you mind explaining to us what this term means?
but I show you, and then he just goes into her mind.
We could try. But no matter what words we used, you'd never be able to understand. You see, it doesn't pertain to this side. Come, my fairy. Stop hiding back there and give them the explanation they so desire. What? You're too shy?
Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Come on out.
Is that all you have to say? Don't underestimate me, Morgan. I know you and the Clarksons share a deeper connection, much deeper than how it appears on the surface. I need to shake him with something else that's directly connected to the Clarksons. I'm gonna jog his memory by force.
Punch him in the face. Alright, what are you gonna do by force, huh? We're gonna talk about his old messy letters. You know what? I kinda want to. It's random. Let's do it. Interrogate!
Those letters look very old. The postmark suggests they were sent out from Louisiana. And
Oh, they got the symbol of the dragonfly on it.
I suspect that dragonfly mark belongs to the Clarkson family.
Maybe. So what if it does?
A stalker has been harassing Patricia Clarkson for several years now. Did you know about this? Constant silent phone calls, unmarked letters. She also spotted a suspicious figure lurking near her mansion several times. And just last week, her employees spotted a strange figure lurking in the vicinity. The day someone else coincidentally used your alias and traveled to Louisiana.
That's very intriguing. Aligned symbolism.
Lise Clarkson also reported being harassed by a stalker just before she was murdered. You're aware of this, correct?
Correct.
Because I didn't find any mention of this in your report.
No direct connection to the case. That's what we must have thought.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Which are you?
That's enough for now. This all has nothing to do with the case. Besides, there's no evidence that proves those letters are from her. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Yeah. Don't try to act like them letters or something. Alright, hold on 1 second. I heard something go crash, bang, boom, smash downstairs. These cats are doing some shit down there. Give me a couple minutes to go see what the hell they were doing. 'Cause holy crap. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah, welcome, Frog. I'm back. Fucking cats. It was just Nacho knocking a bunch of shit over in the kitchen. Luckily, nothing actually broke, even though he knocked down some glass stuff. I don't know how the hell it didn't break. But I'm glad it did not, because that would have been pretty annoying. He needs to calm his little titties. He's busy trying to climb on shit. Like, dude, stop it. Anyway. But yeah, welcome in, Frog. How you doing, man? Sorry, I gotta catch my breath. I kind of ran down there quickly, and I was like, "Fucking cat!" Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's Nacho. He's up here now. Good. Stop being a punk ass downstairs. He needs to go to sleep, take his daily nap. All right, sorry about that. Okay, sorry for that abrupt break. The freaking cat's over here knocking shit down. So let's check out the Greenville case files next after we already asked about the letters.
Mr. Morgan, I noticed that several parts of this report have been redacted. For example, here, one individual's name has been erased from the key figure list.
Who dat?
Would you mind telling me why?
Someone in charge must have thought it was unimportant. Or maybe even inappropriate.
Why would they think that?
How should we know? We've never understood what those people do.
Well, I took the liberty of trying to restore what was taken out. Normal ink was used to blot it out, so I was able to recover part of it. Here's what it says. Sapling salesman. All the other redacted parts seem to be connected to this person, but I can't think of a single reason why this individual would need to be removed from the report.
Sapling salesman. He was in the first game, right?
Why is he so untouchable?
Oh, him. He's nothing. We were barking up the wrong tree.
Meaning?
Can't include someone who doesn't exist in an official report, now can we?
Doesn't exist. You mean he had nothing to do with the case?
Which means he wasn't real. He was all a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Last but not least, the photo.
Mr. Morgan, according to you, at the beginning of this case, the victim's body was being stored in the warehouse on purpose. Is that the truth? They really put her body there alongside food and other perishables?
It's in the report.
No. The report only says it was stored using the most effective and shockingly inhuman method possible.
If you can think of a better phrase, we're all ears.
The report isn't wrong, you know. In fact, that might actually be the most accurate way of describing it. It's precise, and it's also kinda poetic. You know?
Wow, Simon. We never would have taken you for a poet.
What do you mean, DJ? It's super precise. It makes all the sense.
Right?
You two think this is a joke? Lise Clarkson's body was discovered in that cold storage warehouse after 14 long years. If you'd only done a proper investigation, we probably would have found her much sooner. That poor girl.
We still regret the fact that we never got to meet her. We're sorry, from the bottoms of our hearts.
I only hope it didn't happen that way by design.
Will you comfort me? Thank you, my fairy.
I knew it wouldn't go
Okay.
that easily. Maybe I should try asking my questions in a different way. I could use Agent Jones here.
Yeah, Simon's dumbass. Maybe just bring up pizza. Alright, let's start with a pile of DVDs. Let's get movie talk going.
A stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
Retired in your 40s.
Looking like he's like 70 and shit. Look how old he looks being in the 40s. Like, goddamn. Is this what people imagine what 40 looks like? Because hot damn, he looks old as shit.
I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Damn, not a movie fan? Shh, you ain't living life, lady.
Oh, that won't do.
That will not do.
You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law. Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, They Live,
Hell yeah, let's bring up some They Live shit. Let's go.
1988, directed by John Carpenter. That film taught us a valuable lesson. Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you got a point.
Always put your sunglasses on before a fight. Dude, you never heard of They Live, DJ? Classic. There is a fight scene between two dudes in that movie. It goes on for like 10 straight minutes, and it's the most like ridiculous fight scene you'll ever watch. They're just beating the shit out of each other through a fucking alley, through like a parking lot. They're just beating the fuck out of each other. It's fucking hilarious. That has nothing to do with the point of the movie, by the way, but that part is hilarious. The movie is actually like a sci-fi horror movie, kind of. It's basically about aliens controlling people with subliminal messaging, essentially. I think that's the best way to describe it. If I remember correctly, that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, anyway, apparently Simon thinks I got a point. What do you mean, no? Don't tell me that's not what the movie's about, unless I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Well, now I gotta hear Frog's explanation of why I'm wrong, apparently. The aliens control the world, but no one I just said that. I just said the aliens are controlling people via subliminal messaging, and they don't even realize it. I just said... What do you mean, no? Don't tell me no. That's what I just said, fool. Get out of here.
Movies teach us about everything we need to know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's best films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza.
Anyway, I don't think I've ever seen Cobra with Stallone. That's one I haven't seen. Not that it's one I wouldn't want to see, but yeah.
I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption. But that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film.
He's like, yeah, that's why I eat pizza. Like, dude, come on, man.
You're just talking about pizza.
I told you this guy's going to talk about pizza some more. This guy can't get pizza off his fucking mind. All right, anyway, let's ask about the window. I don't know, fuck it. Let's just inspect everything.
This is a nice building. Layout isn't bad either. Whew. Must be rather expensive to rent a place like this in Boston. How many other rooms are there in this apartment? That room over there, your bedroom?
Huh. Why so curious, Belle? It almost sounds as if you're seeing this place for the first time. Aside from the hardware shop on the first floor, every apartment in this building has the exact same layout. We're well aware that you studied the layout of this apartment before you came to see us. There's no need to act so roundabout. Just be honest. Say it. I want to see your bedroom.
Well then?
Doesn't mean we'll let you see it, though.
You want to see my bedroom? You'll have to ask me nicely, and then buy me a drink. And then, and only then, will I show Simon my bedroom. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Anyway, all right, let's bring Simon into this conversation. Unless we can keep talking about the DVDs. I kind of want to, just to see if he brings up more movies. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm that much. I want to know. What other movies you want to talk about, homie?
It's bugging you, isn't it, Aaliyah?
Huh? What?
I get it. I get it. It's bugging me, too. It's even got my heart racing a little. I mean, look at this. Nothing but DVDs.
It's funny, you can actually look at this pile and actually see different movies that are just like... They're basically... What do you call it? Parodies of real movies out there. Got the Ninja Police, the Police Dogs, Bon Voyage, Miss Marjorie, I think that's what that says. Emerald Dragon 2. I see one called Rental Car. There's one called... What's that say? Death Chase? Maybe it's just Death Chase. There's Lola X. There's the evil... Does that say the Evil Mountain 4 down there on the bottom right? Then there's one that's called Low Sky. I can't really read all these. A lot of them are small and blurry, but yeah, that's an interesting eclectic group of movies you have there, sir.
Not a single Blu-ray in sight, just pure, unadulterated DVDs.
Don't hate on DVDs, homie. That shit was fine. Blu-rays are just a slightly better quality DVD. It's still a DVD, essentially. It's just a different format of a disc.
And he's got VHS tapes, too.
Don't be hating. He's got that DVD VHS player, son. Fun fact is you've never held a single Blu-ray in your life, DJ? I mean, there's no reason to at this point. Also, he's got Spaceballs on that VHS. Let's go. That's the only real movie reference I see. You never even owned a device capable of playing them? So no PS4, no PS5, no Xbox Ones? I know you're not really a console guy. But yeah, I was about physical media. I have a ton of DVDs, and I have a decent amount of Blu-rays also, but mostly I have a fuck ton of DVDs. VSH tapes, damn, those must be worth a fortune at this point. Yeah, if only VHS tapes were actually worth something. They really aren't, especially ones that you recorded yourself like this. They ain't worth shit.
I don't even have a VHS player in my house anymore. Whoa, look at this. Check it out.
Oh,
this
shit.
This one's got a lot of pizza in it, remember?
Yeah, it's got Pizza the Hut.
You're not wrong, Simon. There's a very large quantity of pizza in that film. 1987, directed by Mel Brooks. The version on that tape is the one we recorded back when you could catch it on cable TV.
Seriously? Damn, Morgan, that's incredible. You're really living the dream, man.
I hope you both haven't forgotten that this conversation is also being recorded.
Oops. What, you don't like our pizza talk about Pizza the Hut? Are you talking about VHS tapes that mold too quickly, DJ? Is that what you're saying? Also, did I say what's up, X Gamer? Hi, X Gamer. How you doing today, man?
Agent Jones. Are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No. Sorry. I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad. I'm actually kinda nervous. I'm not used to this sort of thing. Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
What the fuck? Are you a Ninja Turtle secretly? What the hell, man? Can you stop with the pizza?
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation.
Maybe we should. Anyway, at this point, even CDs and DVDs are dying from deterioration. VHS tapes were at that point much earlier. Usually those things deteriorate when you use them a lot, though, DJ. They can serve... I think they mostly can serve fine if you don't use them a lot, but if you watch VHSs a lot, they definitely deteriorate. And DVDs, kind of the same thing. Definitely deteriorate over time if you use them a lot. The movie Brain Dead is available for free on Prime Video. Nice. I still gotta... Well, did I watch that one? Man, I can't remember if I watched that one. I know I had it on my watch list a long time ago, Frog, but I don't remember if I actually watched it. I watched so many horror movies back then. I don't remember if I actually watched that one. It's definitely one I would watch again because it's been a while. But anyway, let's talk to him about the Lucar case files.
After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all. Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
Oh, Belle. We think we finally understand what you're trying to say. But don't be so voracious. How about another cup of coffee? We've still got a long way to go, you know.
All right, are we getting back to the past again, or are we good with this interrogation from the future?
Yes.
Oh, maybe not yet.
It's coarsely ground, so there should only be 4 teaspoons per cup. No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon. Simon, normally you only do surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping, shadowing, tracing credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent crimes. That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a special power, just like us.
Does she? But
You've been watching us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve, then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest. And you only ate once, some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or relieved yourself. You simply sat there and continued to watch us. You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then, why bother watching us for over 2 days beforehand? You didn't come to talk with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes, and because you're already convinced of something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
But
Oh, coffee.
coffee.
Thank you, my fairy. If you hadn't been paying attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste. The pus in our brains. It really has a way of interfering with our lives. Didn't remember. She came along. Don't know what's... Coffee. Yes, coffee.
Listening to him mutter is silly. Alright. Are we done with the future stuff now? Can we go back to the past? Are we ready now? Nope. Not done yet. Gotta drink that coffee.
Oh. What the Christ? This is friggin' delicious. I thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there. Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating here.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is.
I laced it with something. Love.
Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us. If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So I never forget to pay my respects to coffee, especially at critical moments like this.
Covfefe. It's super important.
Big black cumulonimbus clouds are in the sky, and that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
Thunder snow. Alright, we're getting back to talking about stuff again, I guess. I was going to catch up on chat real quick because you guys were talking about the whole disc, CD, DVD, VHS thing. What I said about it breaking down from watching it too much, apparently that's not all that's true. Apparently you were talking about the materials themselves were actually breaking down. You have to store them in low humidity and all that kind of stuff. Interesting. There's also a Wikipedia page dedicated to disc rot and oxidation, like especially for CDs that have like a reflective layer of aluminum and stuff. Interesting. Make sure you play all your PS1 games before they go bad. That's what I heard. Working on it. Anyway, should we check out the lightning in the sky? That sounds like fun. Let's do that first, shall we?
Do you hear that thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
We're in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm. Agent Jones, after we're done here, Agent Jones, is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Oh, Sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
Okay. I just...
You just what?
My stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
You ate too much fucking pizza, didn't you? Go take a shit already.
Thunder?
That coffee was just so good,
It what? We don't have all day here.
I need to fart, okay?
The coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hall.
There you go. Someone fucking point this board to the bathroom.
Thanks, pal.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. You can make it. We can do this. It's not very far.
Jesus.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Motherfucker. There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons. I need to get him to confess. Oh yeah. That reminds me. There's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase.
Secret weapon? Should we talk to him about coffee first? Anyway, Legend of Legai is one of those PS1 games I still need to play, Frog, but I don't have a physical copy, and I don't know. I always hear that the ROM of that game has got just issues. Maybe I'll find a way to play it without issue, but I always hear that. Make you wonder which among your 20-plus PlayStation games are still good to play at this point, X-Gamer. Gotta try them out, man. So far, I haven't had any issues with a PS1 game not working at all. Unless it was like a actually fucked up disc, so yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the coffee. His indulgence, or...
Mr. Morgan.
I guess it's not his coffee,
I
it's
heard
his,
that you were
it's his
always
cigarette.
a smoker.
Sorry. I thought he had coffee in his hand, but no. That's a smoking cigarette, dummy.
Did you ever wonder if that was the reason you contracted your illness?
What does that have to do with this case?
Maybe he has cancer, and that's why he's aged so poorly, and his hair's all thinned out and grayed out, and he looks balding and shit. Maybe that's why.
Nothing. I'm just personally curious about it.
Sometimes, people die in car accidents, regardless of how well they take care of their health. Other times, they slip on their bathroom floors and crack open their heads. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I'm not concerned with statistics. I'm just curious about you. Right here, right now.
We switched over from nicotine to this. It's less addictive. That's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
Perhaps. If we're talking about withdrawal symptoms or physical dependencies. But it still seems like you're smoking too much at once. Honestly, it looks to me like you have a mental dependency.
Maybe. But so what if we do?
Wanna get high?
Surely you know about gateway drugs, yes? When a person starts to use one drug, it becomes much easier for them to branch out and try other drugs as well. The first drug acts as the gateway that leads them to stronger substances.
Oh. Are you trying to say that's going to happen to us?
No. I'm simply saying there's a possibility.
Okay. Cool possibility. They're selling Legend of Legai Renewed on Amazon for $108? No thank you, Frog. No thank you. I would rather just hope that they port it someday or just play a ROM, because fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Everybody here say fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Sorry, I had to drink some water. DJ has a question. Off topic. Do attached bottle caps suck everywhere, or is it just here? I don't even mean as a concept, but at doing what they're supposed to do. When you say attached bottle caps, do you mean like the ones that are like Like, not just a bottle cap in general, like, say, on, like, a 2 liter of soda. But you mean, like, the kind of bottle cap that, like, is hooked around, so when you take it off, it still hangs there? Is that what you mean? Like, what bottle cap do you mean that's attached? Okay, so what I'm like, I don't, you know, we don't have a lot of stuff like that. Like, I know there is stuff. I'd say the one that comes to mind that I see that with usually is like juice, like apple juice or something will have a cap like that where it, like, when you open it up, it kind of just flips over and it hangs there. I don't know. The cap seems to be normal. It's just attached with an extra piece of plastic. So I don't know. 2-liter Coke bottles do in places around the world. Really? 2-liter Coke bottles do an attached cap? The fuck? I have never seen a 2-liter of Coke, especially in my life, that has an attached bottle cap, and that's not even. I'm not even kidding. That's interesting. The little round plastic piece that stays on the bottle itself. You mean like, yeah, the part that like keeps it sealed? Yeah, that little piece. What about it? You're just talking about it's like attached to that, right? Ketchup bottles are like that, Frog? I don't think that's what... ketchup bottles are... Well, depending on the ketchup, I guess. Yeah. I got what you're saying. I know exactly what you're describing, DJ. I'm just curious, like, are you just saying that it doesn't work? I don't know. Anyway, let's inspect the damn briefcase already. I keep getting sidetracked, damn it.
Have you ever seen this before? And please, don't say no.
Sang Rouge, the drug we once chased. What about it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating. It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now. But it's still very much alive. But only in a very limited part of Louisiana. You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared. But it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found anywhere. But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT. If you're lucky.
So it's all about the chemistry.
No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe.
Guess you need a Heisenberg, eh?
The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré.
Oh, yeah? Are you implying that that's me? Apparently we can still talk about these letters. That's cool. Anyway, back on the bottle cap thing. A section of it that no longer designed to attach from it, which sounds like it'd work fine, but here the simple fact of trying to open it enough to pour it without hitting the cap snaps off that ring and it just becomes an unwieldy cap. So basically, the cap just comes off anyways and it's not attached anymore, basically? Is that what you're saying? Like when you fuck around with it? Because I get what you're saying. Like you take it off and you don't want to pour it while the cap's hanging there in the way. Oh, it takes the ring with it. I see. Wow. That's pretty terrible design. They need to do better if they don't want that to come off so easily, I guess. Weird. That seems pretty silly. I will say that's not something that's regular around here, DJ, so we do not have that problem. I'm sure there's other countries who have the same, containers you have, but the U.S. has usually, for 2 liters of soda, no soda that I know of has a cap like that. Not one.
Immediately after they found Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia. In order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's so like her.
No. She didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
What?
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th. According to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before she disappeared. But since that sort of thing happened often, they didn't think anything of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one knows how long her window had been open for. This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a strange man visited Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion. That man must have found some way to lure Patricia into his car, the '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th. I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former FBI special agent.
Now we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
What alibi?
I've had enough of your bullshit. You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness? Surveillance cameras can easily be tampered with, especially by someone like you, who knows all about how the FBI works.
You're possessed by death. Go and take a look at your own face in the mirror. You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Bill. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know? We've got nothing to hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy.
All right, calm down there, Zach. Jesus. All right, are we going back to the past now? I think it might be time.